Try to get a different SoPal angle. I give SoPal full credit for my camera angles. Full credit. All the videography credits go to SoPal. He's my number one influence. So I was taking my boy to school this morning, and I think I mentioned this kid before. The kid who I kind of look at him and I say like he's like a social outcast. He is Indian, from India, not Native American, but ran into his father today, and his father's a nice guy. I think he's a doctor. And his father, they're like, him and his wife, they're like off the boat from India. They do speak English, but very heavy accent, and the way they act, the way they dress, the way they talk, it's pretty obvious that they're not native born. But he walked up to me today, and he said, "Hey," he's like, my son talks about your son all the time, and he says that he's one of his best friends." And I said, "Oh, I said, oh, that's nice, but inside my heart was kind of breaking, because I know that he doesn't really have many friends at all, that kid, and I know that kid is not one of my son's best friends. But I always tell my son, I said, you need to talk to him. Like, if he approaches you and says hi to you, you need to say hi back to him. And if he says, can I play with you? You don't say no. You say, yes, you can play with me. I don't care if he sucks at football, or if he sucks at soccer or basketball, whatever it is. I don't care. Like, you have to be nice to him. You have to include him. Now, if he's being mean and he's doing, if he's tripping kids and punching kids in the face and being an idiot, then okay, then maybe we don't need to include him. But if he's just trying to be a friend to you, you need to include him, bottom line. And your willingness to be friends with him should not be based on his athletic ability, or how funny he is, or how Americanized he is, because he's not any of those things. He doesn't have really many of those qualities at all, because they're not stressed in his household. He's not a sports kid. He's more of a academic kid. But anyway, I think I mentioned this in a video a while back. This kid, there was a thing that they do in my son's class where they all write a note to one of their students, and they say like what they like about him, and this kid wrote a note to my son, because it was his assignment, but he wrote a note to my son like saying, you're good at sports, or you're cool, or whatever it was. And his handwriting was like unbelievably good. It was amazing. And so I said to the father today, I said, let me tell you what, I said, your son's handwriting is amazing. And he's like, oh, and he was very, you could tell that it kind of made his day when I said that to him. I said, did you teach him how to write that good? And he said, no, like we took him to like some tutor place, or I think Kumon is what it's called, Kumon. They have them out here. It's just like a mathnasium or whatever, like where they teach the kids, math and reading and whatever. It's like additional education on top of what you get in school. And I said, well, whatever you did, I said, it worked, because the kid's handwriting is beautiful. I said, it's better than mine. And he said, oh, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. I'm being honest with you. It's better than mine. His handwriting is amazing. And the kid is 7 years old. Like, I can't even imagine, what it's going to be like when he's older. So anyway, I just think it's so important to pay compliments to people. I really do. there's three things you can do. I mean, you can tear people down, you can build people up, or you can choose not to do anything at all. You know, you can remain silent. And I guess remaining silent is better than tearing people down. You know, the old adage of if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, kind of a thing. But I guess the real question is, if you're really in a situation where you don't have anything nice to say about somebody, why don't you have anything nice to say about them? Like, there's nothing that you have that's nice to say about them? I'm sure you can think of something. I mean, I could probably think of something nice to say about Adolf Hitler if I wanted to. Not that I'm a fan of the guy, but, you know, like, hey man, I like your haircut. I like your well-groomed mustache. It's an extreme example, but I like to use extreme examples when I talk about stuff, because it's like, you can find something nice to say about anybody. Hey, Ted Bundy, I know you're a serial killer and a mass murderer and a horrific person, and if there is a hell, you're probably in the hottest part of it, but you're a good-looking guy. So you can think of anything nice to say about somebody. You're just choosing not to say it. And you know, How to Win Friends and Influence People is a great book. I highly recommend you guys read that book. Or, I'm not much of a book reader, but I like to listen to books on tape. You can find just about any book you ever wanted to hear in your life on YouTube. It's like 7 hours, so it'll take you days to go through it. But How to Win Friends and Influence People, it's huge because it talks about how people, they love hearing compliments. They love it. Everybody loves it. There isn't one person on the face of this planet who doesn't like hearing compliments. Now, they might come back and say, like, oh, compliments embarrass me, or no, I don't want you. But deep down inside, they're lopping it up. They love it. It's like biscuits and gravy, man. They're just like scooping it up. So, and another thing people love to hear is their name. It's like their favorite word in the entire English language is their name. Or their children's name, right? Second is probably their children's name. So I tried to use his child's name, and I tried to give his child a compliment. And, you know, really, if I give his child a compliment, I'm giving him a compliment. But even if there's nothing in it for you, financially or personally or anything like that, even if there's really nothing in it for you, there's something in it, like, emotionally for you. Like, it makes you feel good that you gave somebody a compliment that day, or you gave their child a compliment to them, or whatever it is. It's just, you're just making the world a better place. I don't know. That's all I can say. Start your day off on a positive note. Think of something nice to say to somebody. Give your wife some flowers. Give your girlfriend some flowers. I called Southern Paladin on the phone. I don't know when it was, like a month ago or something like that, a few weeks ago. And I asked him. I said, what are you doing right now? He said, oh, I'm doing some laundry. I was like, really? I said, yeah, I'm doing some laundry. I was like, wow. Like, I don't do laundry in my house. And then I got to think about it later, and I was like, you know, I texted him, and I was like, you know what, man? I think you may have influenced me to help around the house a little bit more. And he did, you know? I mean, I'm not doing laundry right now, but I just think that, you know, it's like, if I can, right? Instead of just throwing my dish in the sink, rinse it off, put it in the dishwasher. It's like, that's not, I don't look at that like I'm doing my wife a huge favor. I'm more looking at that like I'm doing what I should be doing, right? I'm not just like being like, the maid will clean it up. You know, you can't, when you treat your wife like a maid, she knows it. She feels it. So, I don't know. I'm trying not to treat her like that anymore.